I want to take a calm moment here and frame what we're actually talking about today, because this isn't a headline and it's not a soundbite. This is about situational football, about how a season turns, and about how preparation away from the field eventually shows up inside the red zone. I'm Daniel, and this is RedZone Kingdom. If you've watched this channel for any amount of time, you already know we don't rush to react. We slow moments down. We look at process. We look at cause and effect. And when I read Patrick Mahomes talking about his rehab, about doctors literally having to hold him back, I didn't hear bravado. I heard a familiar competitive tension that directly connects to how the Chiefs operate when the field shrinks and decisions speed up. Let's start with the reality of where things ended. The 2025 season ended earlier than anyone in Kansas City expected. A torn ACL and LCL in the left knee shut down Patrick Mahomes, and with it, the rhythm that has defined the Kansas City Chiefs for nearly a decade. The numbers themselves tell part of the story. 3,587 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, over 400 rushing yards. But numbers without context don't explain why the Chiefs missed the playoff for the first time in the Mahomes era. When you go back and watch the film from those final 6 losses, what jumps out isn't just execution errors. It's timing. It's hesitation. It's a red zone offense that wasn't able to dictate terms the way it usually does. And that's where this rehab conversation actually matters. Mahomes said something important when he talked about hitting checkpoints. He didn't say timelines. He didn't say dates. He talked about goals. From a football perspective, that mirrors exactly how elite offenses think in high-leverage situations. You don't rush the play. You get aligned. You confirm the look. You maximize the rep without forcing the outcome. Inside the red zone, which for newer fans means any snap inside the opponent's 20-yard line, the margin for error collapses. Windows are tighter. Defenders don't have to respect vertical space the same way. Everything becomes about anticipation and trust. That's always been Mahomes' greatest advantage. Not arm strength, not creativity. Anticipation. When his lower body isn't right, anticipation becomes harder to lean on. You hesitate for a fraction of a second, and that's the difference between a touchdown and a field goal. Now think about what rehab really is for a quarterback like Mahomes. It's not just healing tissue. It's retraining movement patterns. It's rebuilding confidence in planting, in redirecting, in escaping pressure without panicking. And the fact that doctors are holding him back tells me something specific. His instinct is to push tempo before the structure is ready. We've seen that same instinct on third down for years. Third down is where quarterbacks reveal their mental wiring. For casual fans, third down is the moment when the offense either sustains a drive or hands the ball back. For defenses, it's the snap where disguises peak and pressure packages are most creative. Mahomes has built his career on winning those moments by staying one step ahead mentally, even when the play breaks down physically. But late in 2025, those margins weren't there. The Chiefs' third down conversion rate dipped closer to league average. Red zone touchdown efficiency followed the same trend. Not because the scheme disappeared, but because the chain reaction broke. Less consistent run success, less effective play action, fewer clean leverage advantages. Let's talk about that run game for a second. Isaiah Pacheco sets a physical tone that matters more in the red zone than anywhere else on the field. Downhill runners force linebackers to step forward. When linebackers step forward, throwing lanes open behind them. That's football geometry. When Pacheco is healthy and decisive, play action becomes credible. And when play action is credible, route timing, especially for tight ends, becomes lethal. That brings us to Travis Kelce. Kelce's red zone value has never been about speed. It's leverage. He understands how defenders want to play him, and he manipulates that with pacing. In past playoff runs, you could almost set your watch by how Kansas City would isolate him inside the 10-yard line. What changed in 2025 was continuity. Fewer clean reps. Fewer sequences where one successful play stacked confidence on the next. That's why I find Mahomes' rehab comments revealing. When he says he's trying to maximize goals, that's sequencing language. That's a quarterback thinking in steps, not leaps. And if you followed Andy Reid's offenses over the years, you know sequencing is everything. Andy Reid doesn't call plays in isolation. He builds them. Early runs set up late throws. Short motions diagnose coverage for future snaps. Red zone success is cumulative. During the early Mahomes seasons, the Chiefs were aggressive to the point of recklessness inside the 20. Over time, especially through Super Bowl runs, they learned restraint. They learned when a field goal was acceptable. They learned when to trust defense and clock management. Those lessons don't disappear because of one bad season, but they do require physical trust to execute. That's the through line here. Rehab isn't just about week one availability. It's about whether Mahomes can re-enter the system without shortcuts. If he rushes back, you lose subtlety. If you're patient, you regain command. From a defensive perspective, teams will test him early. Expect condensed zones. Expect simulated pressures. Expect opponents to force him to win from the pocket before letting him extend plays. That's where red zone execution becomes the measuring stick. If Kansas City can run effectively on first down, convert manageable third downs, and re-establish play-action timing, the offense recalibrates fast. If not, it becomes a grind. What I take away from Mahomes' comments isn't impatience. It's discipline being tested. And discipline is what separates good teams from situationally elite ones. This offseason matters not because of headlines, but because of habits. Rehab habits become practice habits. Practice habits become red zone outcomes. And when September comes, the question won't be whether Mahomes is back. It'll be whether the Chiefs are back to dictating moments instead of reacting to them. That's what I'll be watching. I'm Daniel, and this is RedZone Kingdom, where we don't chase noise, we study leverage.